Hello everyone, welcome to our next session Geography class. Chapter 3 Physiography and Drainage. In this part we are going to learn about drainage of Brazil. So in the last session we have learned about the physiographic structure of Brazil and we learned about the physiographic structure of India. I hope all of you understood that all topics what we learned. And in today's part we are going to learn drainage in Brazil. There are three major river basins in Brazil: Amazon Basin, Paraguay-Parana River Basin, and São Francisco. São Francisco in the eastern part of the Brazilian highland and other rivers at the coast. So first we are going to learn about Amazon River Basin. We learned that in the northern part of Brazil, Amazon River flows and it collects its headwaters from the eastern slopes of the Andes Mountain in Peru. Peru is a neighboring country of Brazil. Amazon River receives huge discharge. Huge discharge means more water, sediment, silts, sand, etc. It's about 2 lakhs cubic meter second. As a result, the Amazon washes off the load supplied to it from the catchment. Catchment means from where it is getting the water. From the catchment. That means it is getting the water from the eastern part of or eastern slopes of Andes Mountain in Peru. So because of this reason, it is not bringing the sediments at the mouth. Mouth means, what is the mouth here? Where or in which part the river and the sea meets together. It is known as the river mouth. A network of the distributaries are a characteristic feature of this river mouth area. And we can see a series of islands which are occupied in the river mouths. For example, Marajo Island. The width of Amazon is 150 kilometer. So because of that, this region is suitable for the navigation purpose also. Next river system, it is Paraguay-Parana river system. It lies in the southwest part of the country. These two rivers and the southernmost river in Brazil, it is known as Uruguay. These all collected headwaters from the southern part of Brazilian highlands. The next river system, it is São Francisco. It is the third important river in Brazil. It lies in the northern part of the country. Its entire basin, it is located in the Brazil. It occupies the eastern portion of highlands. Next one, it is coastal rivers. Brazil has lot of coastal rivers. The coastal areas being populated, densely populated. We know that in Brazil, the coastal region is low-lying region. River Paranaíba and Itapecuru flows towards the north and join in the North Atlantic Ocean. And the rivers which are flowing to the South Atlantic Ocean, it collects its headwaters from the escarpment. River Paraguaco enter the Atlantic Ocean near Salvador town. So these are the major drainage system in Brazil. First one, Amazon River Basin or river system. And second one, Paraguay-Parana river system. And the third one, it is São Francisco River. And the last one, the coastal rivers. Now we will do a map study of this topic. It will be helping you for the direction of the rivers. Dear students, here we can see the major river system which is existed in Brazil. So as I already explained that there are three river basins or the three major river system in Brazil. The first one, it is Amazon River Basin. Here you can see, and the second one, Paraguay and Parana River Basin, and the third one, it is São Francisco, and the last one, coastal rivers. If you are observing this first one, Amazon Basin. So Amazon collects its headwaters from the eastern slopes of Andes Mountains in Peru. Here it is very clearly mentioned the Peru. So from that means Peru is a neighboring country. So from Peru, it collects its headwaters and especially from the eastern slopes of Andes Mountain. Then Amazon washes off the load supplied to it from the catchment. Here it is a catchment area. Consequently, sediments are not deposited even at the mouth. And the second river system, it is Paraguay and Parana river system. It is located in the southwest part of the country. And both these rivers form the catchment of River Plata in Argentina. In this area, we can see the Argentina. It is a neighboring country. So, in that Argentina's River Plata is getting the rivers from this Paraguay and Parana river system. And these two rivers and River Uruguay in extreme south of the highlands collect their headwaters from the southern portion of the highland. That means here this highland, in this highland southern part, that means in this region, we can see that it is receiving is, or it is collecting its headwaters, and which is the southernmost river in Brazil, that is Uruguay, you can see here. So this Uruguay and Parana and Paraguay river system lies in the southwest part of the country. And the next one, the third one, it is Sao Francisco. It is the third important river of Brazil. You can see in this map Sao Francisco river. It, it occupies the eastern portion of the highlands. You can see here in this area, highlands. We have learned about the Brazilian highland. So Brazilian highland occupies in this region, and its eastern portion occupies, that means this river occupies here in the eastern portion. This portion will be the eastern part of the Brazilian highland. So this river Francisco, occupies the eastern portion of the highlands. And this river flows towards the north for a distance of about 1000 kilometers over the plateau, and then takes a sharp eastward turn to enter the coastal strip along the Atlantic Ocean. The river is navigable for a distance of about 250 kilometers in its downstream reaches. And the next one, it is coastal rivers. So there are a lot of coastal rivers in Brazil. These all are short coastal rivers, and the coastal area being densely populated, these rivers attain significance. We have learned that coastal regions are occupying more number of people or more population distribution. And river Paraniba and river Itapecuru, you can see here in the northern part, in this region, river Paraniba and river Itapecuru flowing northwards, and it meets to the North Atlantic Ocean. So North Atlantic Ocean you can see here. So these two rivers are flowing northward direction, and it meets into the North Atlantic Ocean. And here next one, it is the rivers that enter South Atlantic Ocean collect their headwaters along the escarpment. So in this region here you can see the escarpment. So these rivers which flowing or which enter to the South Atlantic Ocean collects their headwaters along the escarpment. And the river Puragueco enters the Atlantic Ocean near Salvador town. So here you can see the Amazon river basin, the first one, and it lies in the northern part of Brazil. And second one, the Paraguay Parana river system, it lies here in the southwest part of the country. And the third one, it is Sao Francisco, it lies in the northern part of the country, and it is the third important river of Brazil, and the longest river of Brazil, it is Amazon river. And the last we have learned about the coastal rivers. So the coastal rivers, we can see here it is in some rivers, that means example here Itapecru and Paraniba. It enter or it flows towards the north and enter into the North Atlantic Ocean, and the rivers which enter into the South or South Atlantic Ocean, it is Paraguaco. So these are the major river system which we can see in Brazil. So here you can see the São Francisco, which is flowing towards the North Atlantic Ocean, and the rivers like Amazon river basin we can see in the northern part here. The from this part, this is the eastern part of the Andes mountain. Andes mountain is located in this region, so its eastern part, the Amazon river is getting the water, or it is collecting its headwater. So these are the main points you should keep in your mind. And again here we can see the Marajo Island. So this is the river mouth of Amazon, so in this region. So here we can see the river mouth of Amazon. There we can see the Marajo Island. So these are the main points you should learn, and these arrow marks, it is indicating where it is flowing, north, south, east or west. I hope all of you understood the topic. Now we will watch a video related river system in Brazil.
What are the characteristics of the drainage in Brazil? Brazil has the most extensive river system in the world that winds its way through the magnificent terrain. Brazil has three major river basins: the Amazon Basin, Paraguay-Parana system in the southwest, and the São Francisco in the eastern part of Highland, and other rivers at the coasts. Amazon, the largest drainage system in the world, has its source in the eastern slopes of Andes Mountains in Peru. It gets a huge discharge of water, that is about 2 lakh meter cube per second. Consequently, the load received from the catchment area is washed off. Hence, the Amazon lacks any dense network of distributaries, a distinguishing feature of river mouth areas. Instead, a series of islands are formed beyond the coastline into the Atlantic Ocean. The width at the mouth of the Amazon River, 150 kilometers, and a major part of the river is suitable for navigation. Paraguay and Parana rivers, the second largest river after Amazon, is also called the La Plata River Basin. It is in the southwestern part of Brazil and forms the catchment of River Plata in Argentina. Paraguay and Parana rivers, together with Uruguay River in the extreme south of the highlands, have their source in the southern portion of the highlands. São Francisco is the third important river in Brazil. The entire basin of this river lies within Brazil. It is also called River of National Integration, as it unites diverse regions of Brazil. It occupies the eastern portion of the highlands. The river originates in the Canastra mountain range. It flows northward for about 1,000 kilometers and then turns eastward to enter the coastal strip along the Atlantic Ocean. The river is navigable for about 250 kilometers in its downstream reaches. Brazil has several short coastal rivers. The coastal areas are the most densely populated regions. River Paranaíba is an important source for River Parana. Itapecuru River also lies in northern Brazil. Both the rivers flow into the North Atlantic Ocean. The rivers that enter the South Atlantic Ocean have their headwater in the escarpment. River Puruguaco enters the Atlantic Ocean near Salvador town. Let's summarize what we've learned so far.
So I hope all of you understood the topic well. Do the map activity which is given in your textbook and read the text well. Thank you.